this weekend is ready for the weekend. The fabulous Debbie Perkins will be coming up real shortly. I'm going to get her up and running in no time. I'm just trying to get everything all set up here for us. Let's see what we got. Checking to see, make sure I got all the bells and whistles rolling. Having some issues already. All right. Well, hold on here. We'll try this again over on the Nemo. 4, 5. There we go. Get Debbie going here in just a little bit. She's got fabulous guests tonight. She's got Willie Windtalker Gibson. And we have also Keith Age coming in tonight later on. So that'll be really great. It's been a while since I've heard from either one of them. So good to go. Zanku Gaming, welcome to the chat. Get you up here and post you up in just a sec. There we go. Looks like everything's going okay right now. Let's let me check the other browser. And China pinner to the top. There we go. How's everybody doing out there today? It's okay to drop emotes in my chat. If you want to say hi, that's great too. We appreciate that as well. I do. Let me see if I can get a hold of Deb. Don't see her up yet, but she should be coming soon. We'll get her up and rolling as soon as we take and get she fires up. That's our fabulous Debbie Perkins right there for us. So, take you to there. Try to get her again. Currently in the call. Okay. waiting for her. So while we do, I'll play some of the cool stuff that I've been playing for everybody else here lately until she gets up and running. So let's play some music for you until I can get her up and running.
Hear the preacher of the weird silver tongue pouring static in my ear. He says the host is cloned, the sponsor sold their souls. Behind that perfect grin is a forked tongue in control. We landed on the west coast. They couldn't figure if they were boys or girls, so we ended up in Texas. Midnight Lizard Hotline. They're calling in from the dark, talking gray-eyed visitors and kings with a serpent heart. Oh! Teenagers from the Pleiades. Teenagers from the Pleiades. Turn it up. Let the fear sound fine. Oh yeah. It's the Midnight Lizard Hotline. We don't care. He's taking calls from a trucker on the line. Swears he saw a saucer parked off I-9 on the dash. A magazine with a starlet's face. Brother, she don't blink, she just sheds that skinny place. Teenagers from the Pleiades. Midnight Lizard Hotline. Red the Midnight Lizard Hotline. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. It's a senator from LA. Says the studio lights burn cold and gray. Says the cue cards move before my eyes. I read what they write. They write the lies. Teenagers from the Pleiades. Midnight Lizard Hotline. They're calling in from the dark. We don't care. Talking gray-eyed visitors. Teenagers from the Pleiades. Kings with a serpent heart. We don't care. We'll come for you if you dare. Turn it up. Let the fear sound fine. Teenagers from the Pleiades. Midnight Lizard Hotline. We don't care. We'll come for you if you dare. We don't care. Flip the dial. Hear the preacher of the weird silver tongue pouring static in my ear. He says the host is cloned, the sponsor sold their souls. Behind that perfect grin is a forked tongue in control. We landed on the west coast. They couldn't figure if they were boys or girls, so we ended up in Texas. Midnight Lizard Hotline. They're calling in from the dark.
Hi, Mark. I see you. I don't hear anything yet, though. Can you hear me? Do you hear me, Mark? I don't hear you.
Sorry, I can hear you. I didn't
Oh,
have
now
the
I hear you.
I didn't
Okay,
have
I
the
hear you now.
microphone on. There we go.
Oh, now I hear you way better. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Wow, that was weird. So, can you quickly text in the messenger how Willie gets on with a computer? Because I only know how to do it with a phone. Like the 3 bars.
Is he in this? Is he in this chat, or are we going
Yes,
to the
he
other
is.
one? What that I had set up for us originally?
Hey, he was texting in the messenger. Let me go. Okay. Yeah, he's on this one.
Yeah. All he needs to do is click join.
Okay.
All right.
So
I was
I'll turn
trying to
that
use
on.
the other one because I
I'm
don't
sorry,
need a billion.
the only one I gotta get.
A separate Debbie Perkins chat for every
Okay.
new show that you do. You know.
Okay. So we can rectify that on maybe next time or something, and then just delete one of these, the one that you don't use, and we'll use the one that you do use.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well.
All right. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I was calling you on the other one, and here
that's
we are with
weird.
this.
And it doesn't ring on here for some reason. I don't understand it
You
at
probably
all.
have the ringer turned off.
Oh, maybe. I've never done. I've never looked around the settings of this. Let me see.
Yep.
Where would he find the button to push to join the call?
The phone?
Yeah.
You just go up to the little phone at the top right corner.
Okay.
Click and join.
I think he wanted to join in with us right now. So let me go send him that on Messenger, and then I'll close out my Messenger because
if he's online, I can call him, but he's not online.
Okay.
It doesn't show him as being online.
I'm gonna ask him
it kicks
to go
him out
in.
every time.
Does he have to turn on his actives?
Yep, he does. Cecilia Adams in the Kick Chat. Thank you. Cecilia, do shout outs for folks, please, while I get Debbie set up. It's taking a little bit.
Alright. So I sent him that and let him get the messages because he's watching for what's going on, I think. But he is on here, so which is good.
Yeah, he's in the room. He just needs to fire up and say that he's active.
Okay.
And you can't be hidden. You can't do the hide thing.
Just go to the profile and then what?
Yeah.
Then
you have to be available.
Oh, click on available.
Yep. Because every time I try to click him, this happened to Steven last week too. Not last week, but the week before.
Yeah. Alright, Willie is texting me. I'm at the bottom of the page, he said. Active.
Yeah, no matter what I do, I can't get him to add if he doesn't activate. The only reason why you got to activate is because you joined the call. All right? I didn't add you in. You were already here, so
Okay. So I said, click on available on your profile, then join the call.
Yeah. No, once he gets available and he turns green with the check mark, like mine. All right. You see how mine has the
Yeah.
check mark by it? It'll
Yeah.
it'll allow me to ring him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now he'll read that, and at least we got a little bit of time, which is good.
Yeah,
So we'll
that's
see
why
what
we do a
happens.
pre-show. You know.
It's a good thing. Get everybody ready. Okay. Okay, so he's
Green is available. Okay,
it's
let me.
it's green available.
Uh, okay, let
Okay,
me
now
check him again to see if he come up online.
okay.
No, he must.
We go to his page. Doesn't show him up. It lets me call him. That would just go separate call,
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
it?
can call him direct because it's just one-on-one. But when you're in a group, they have to be available.
Okay. He says it's green and available, but
Nope, not here.
um,
No matter what. I mean, if he clicks join call, I can add him in.
okay.
Tell him to click the phone at the top,
Click the
or
phone.
that little
Okay.
wavy thing at the top right. If he's on Windows. If he's on his phone, I can't help him because I don't know how that
Oh,
looks.
he's on his computer.
Okay.
The top right,
Huh?
right or left? Is it on the
Top
top right
right.
or left?
It's on the top right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're getting closer, so he'll figure it out. I mean, at first it's really like confusing, and then it gets easier. But it still doesn't get easy for me because every time I try to join, like lately, it bounces me off the call.
I don't know why, and
I don't either because I'm using the internet from the house. I'm not using my mobile
right.
data. I didn't dare to use my mobile data with my radio show because the last thing I need is to just drop the call, just at random. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't. That's the thing about this chat. You can't tell when people are. I've read the
I can
message.
tell when they're here and when they're not here. All right,
Yeah.
because of the green check. See,
He
like
saw
yours,
it, so.
yours is green, but it has an X in it. Means you're hiding.
I am.
Yep.
How do I unhide it?
I don't know how you need to
Oh,
go
I don't
in
even know
your
how I do
profile
it.
and unhide yourself.
Okay, and yeah, one of them says red. Okay.
If it's red, that means you're in the call. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
All
There
right.
you go. Now you're all blue.
Now I'm all
With
blue.
me. No. Oh, yeah. When you talk, you're blue. Okay. That's good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is so confusing. I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking to see what I can. I'm just jumping around a little bit. Oh. Nope. Oh, jeez, bro, getting the cold. They gotta make the profiles a little bit more self-explanatory. Like, I can't find the settings.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just talking to Nina. We were
That's
talking
fine.
about something that happened at the house.
There's
I'm
Willie.
like, okay. Where's he at? Well, I could restart this call and see if it shows up. All right.
Okay.
Now, that's a hit or miss. All right.
Okay.
So let
Okay.
me do that.
Okay.
All right. Let me restart this call. Okay, there you are.
I never left, I don't think.
Nope, you didn't.
I didn't. I never was. So I never hung up.
That's why you're still the same and he is too. Okay?
Oh, Lord. All right.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And I'll call in. You ready? All right. You ready?
You didn't hang up.
I didn't. I'm going to do it right now. See
Hang
if
up
that
and
changes
then I'll
anything.
hang up. All right?
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Wow. You know, here we go. Nope, not going to let me in now, huh? Nope.
Does that work?
Well, I got you in. You picked up. He didn't pick up again.
What? You can't get Willie. We can't get Willie. It made me go to meet now. That's what I had to push on. Stop. It wouldn't let me go to just call.
No, you got to go meet now. Because probably because of the way you set your room up.
Oh, I got to change that.
Yeah, that's why I had the other room. Let's try go to the other room. All right.
How do I do that? I don't have a link
I'm
for
going to
it.
hang up here and I'm going to call, but make sure that you're available. All right.
I don't know. Well, whichever one.
Yeah, you'll see something pop up. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Hang up,
If I
and
don't,
then I'll hang up.
Okay. If I don't, I'll send you.
We're getting really close to
I know.
our
All right.
time.
I'm
So.
All right. Bye.
Oh boy. Ah. Come on. Oh, man. I'm going to give up on this. It's real soon. I'm not doing it. You son of a... Mm. All right. Well, folks, I'm very sorry and very disappointed right now and getting very frustrated with this situation. Sorry. I don't know. Yes. I'm sorry, folks. Really, really. And I'm very disappointed in this. I'm about to end stream very soon if this does not work out. Very shortly. Ugh. Yeah. I don't need that file, Debbie. Hmm. I. Ugh. I'm thinking. Yeah. I have the call up, Debbie. You just have to join the call right up at the top. All right. I don't know what's going on over in your end for either one of you, but if you don't get it done quick, I'm going to end this stream. This is it's very unprofessional. I'm sorry. Debbie, there you are. Can you hear me? Your mic is turned off.
Okay.
Okay, you're now in. All right.
Okay.
Where's Willie?
Oh my God. I don't know.
He's in the chat. All right, but he isn't joined. Tell him how you joined the chat. We're running way behind now.
Okay.
We even had a half hour to work all this out ahead of time.
Yeah, but something's not going right with this stupid.
No, I mean I don't have problems with the other shows, Deb. I don't know.
Don't know what to tell you, Mark. I really don't, because I'm just learning this myself. Okay. Accept. I had to accept. Okay. Now there. All right. So.
I even had to. I made this whole new room for you because all the other rooms crashed after we tried to get in so many times.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah. If you try to do it too many times, it crashes the room.
Okay. All right. So I told him to join the call, but he's in this. He's in this?
He's in this. Yeah, all he has to do is join the call. I don't know how to get Keith in here now. If it's going to be this hard for Willie.
I had to go to click join.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's all he has to do, too. It's not that hard.
On this one. on this one. Is there an ID for it or website? Oh, wait a minute. I can share it. Yes. I'm going to try to share it. Hold on.
He doesn't understand, I guess. Join the call.
Don't think so. Okay. Willie. So I sent it to
I
Willie.
will not take this on Facebook ever again. So this needs to work out here. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. So I sent that to Willie. He sent this particular one. It says he's in there, right?
Yeah, he's in there. He typed hi and all that. So, you know.
Oh, he did. Yes. Yes, he did. Okay.
So all he needs, you know.
So sorry.
I was hoping you would have had this ironed out for this.
These guys just downloaded it, so they just are learning it. There he is.
It's not, it
Okay.
don't work that way.
I only have a join button, but there could be a phone,
I even
right?
texted him in Facebook, you know, go in there and just join. All right. I mean, if Bullhorn Barry can do it, all I have to do is send him the link. Come on now. Anybody can do this.
I just told him to click on the join link. Well, mine says join. I don't know what the computer says.
Yeah, well, like I said at the top, he'll see a phone, like where it'll say join, leave at the very top, something like that. But it'll have like a telephone on the top right-hand corner. All he has to do is click that, and he's in.
Started on the left and then join on the right. Okay. Come on, Willie.
He's gone again. No.
He's gone again?
No, he's not even.
You'll get this. Patience is a virtue. So they say.
You know.
So they say. Oh, boy. Come on, Willie.
We had this with Steven, all right. And it was
he
total
had
chaos. We really need to iron and work this out, Debbie.
I know. I can't do nothing about it. I
can't add him. I cannot. Yeah. Okay, there he is. All right. Finally, welcome in, Willie.
Thank you.
Hi, Willie.
Hi.
Okay, now we're on.
Now let me fix the gallery.
While we're doing that.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hello,
hold on here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hollywood Red Carpet Radio Show. I'm Debbie Perkins. I'm your host, and I have a great guest this evening. I have actually two. So the first hour, I have Willie Windwalker Gibson from Louisville, Kentucky. He is a Native American shaman. He is a podcaster, an award-winning podcaster. He's done so many things with documentaries within the paranormal and I would say culture of his Native American culture. Welcome to the show, Willie.
Thank you.
How you been?
I've been okay. I've been going through some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Debbie, I might have to leave real fast. My niece just had a heart attack, and they're taking her to the hospital. So if I have to cut off, that's what's going on.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got you right now, so let's get on with this. So Willie, how did you, when you were growing up, did your family like entertain the culture of the Native Americans? How did you get interested in your genetics?
It was half and half, Debbie. I was 10 years old, and I was starting to see and hear spirits. And my dad told me to keep it to myself because I was special, and he did not want me to tell anybody because way back in the 60s, you didn't tell anybody stuff like that. They thought you were either crazy or they thought you was the devil worshiping or something like that. So he had me be quiet and taught me the ropes being Native American and all that.
That's really interesting. And was it something that you felt right along? Like, did you have like a calling?
Well, originally I just went along with it, and Dad would tell me about, would tell him about these spirits and things like that, and he said, "Only let him know about it." And I just took it one day at a time until I got a little bit older. Originally, I just wanted to be a cop, and I became a cop, but the spirit would not leave me alone because they kept coming to me wanting me to be spiritual. So I was at my cruiser one night in a Native American burial ground, and this Indian shows up. He was a spirit, and he told me that I was going to be a shaman, a medicine man. I told him I wasn't going to do it. I was a cop, and I was going to stay a cop. Well, he kept on and on, and finally, I had to quit the course and start learning how to be a shaman. So I went to different healers and practitioners and to a shaman to learn the ropes.
And it's been a lifelong journey for you as far as becoming a shaman. And,
Yeah,
and it's something, do you learn every single time you do things, or is, like,
I
is
learn
there like,
every day. I learn
yeah,
new stuff. Um, the past 2 years, I had my life upside down, taking care of her mind, and I got out of the field. I got out of everything, investigation, everything. And she passed this month, and I've got messages from her to go forward and get back to helping people and being a shaman again.
and I believe that's a great purpose. And it's always been your mission. The one thing I do think that you have done, since I've known you, and we go back quite a ways, that you have always educated people within your culture so that they can understand better about the Native American people. And you're Cherokee.
Cherokee and Irish. So I have both worlds, like Celtic and Cherokee.
It's not interesting.
Yeah,
What a combination, Willie.
that's really the union. You, you've got Indians on one side and the Irish on the other.
So one side can drink alcohol and the other one shouldn't.
Well,
That's funny. That's funny. So you go way back, and how did you how did you end up doing things within the paranormal field? Because, a lot of times, I've worked with shamans. So how did you initially get started within the field of paranormal? Because I know that Native Americans are naturally spiritual
well,
beings.
I kept my shamanism to myself until the late 80s. And then I got my wife because she had a problem with the spirit. And I took care of it. And that's how we got together. And we teamed up with Ed Warren and his wife. And we started doing cases like that. And then one day I get a phone call from a paranormal group. Now, I never worked with a paranormal group before, but they heard about me and they wanted me to come to a case with them. So they loaded me up into minded me up into a van. Didn't let me know where we were going. We went to this place that was very, very haunted, and they had already done the investigation, and they wanted me to clear things out. And that's how I got started in that, because it just began to roll right around this paranormal group and that paranormal group. And first thing I know, I'm learning how to use F meters and all that kind of stuff because I had used myself. I didn't know how to use all this stuff. I use stuff like pendulum and just use my body as a guide to do things.
Oh, wow. Now,
I just said I just said to Willie, move his camera down a little lower so we can see him. It's cutting him off.
oh,
There you go,
are.
Willie.
There you are, Willie. I miss you.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's really interesting, Willie. Now, When you did the first cases, what was what got you kind of more connected to the spirit world? Was it? And do you think that some of the cases that you were doing were based on some Native American people? Do you think that some of the spirits were of that? Because
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know
that's
a lot
why
about how
they come and
the
got together
spirits
a lot
travel from. Yeah.
because they a lot of the cases were Native American.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I get that. No, and I'm sorry, I muted my phone for 1 second just for the puppy. All right, but what I'm thinking is like way back when I did an interview with one of the ladies, she was Native American. She talked about um, uh, like a funeral and how the Indians would they would dance all night with the person that passed away, and then
Yeah,
at the end of it, they would all turn their backs and walk away so that they didn't leave no residue from being sad or like to weight their spirit down. Does that make any sense to you?
yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, a lot of times when people go out and build new houses and things like that, they build on property that was Native American, and a lot
Yeah.
of times they build on cemeteries.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a lot of people try to investigate cemeteries that are Native American. Isn't that like taboo? They probably should not be doing
No,
that type of thing.
yeah, that's true. You don't go mess around in Native American cemeteries. They have watchers there, and you can get hurt.
That's what I was thinking too. Because to me, it would be more of a, well, you're entering sacred ground,
Yes,
you know. And I think that and that's almost like, I don't know if it's considered like desecration, but I do know that it's interfering with the energies from that particular location because that's where their spirits lie.
yes.
So, what are some really interesting things that you've learned within your culture that you feel that people are always interested in?
Oh, they always ask me about cryptids like skinwalkers and wendigos and things like that. And a lot of groups call me saying that they think they've run into these things. And I tell them, if you are dealing with something like that, get out of there because you cannot deal with something like that. It takes somebody like me to do it, and even I don't want to do it if I keep from doing it.
I think that's really, really great advice for people because a lot of these new ghost hunter people, they don't understand when they go to locations on the land, say, even though homes have, even though homes can have the same type of issues, I think the land is more spiritually, I don't know, because I've been to cases where I've pulled up some images of animal spirits. Um, how does that happen, Willie? How do the animal spirits connect with the Native American and still kind of like become residual energy?
Well, everybody's got animal spirits. You know, everybody's got spirit guides, and they got animal spirit guides too. And they're put with you just like a regular spirit guide. If you have an animal spirit put with you, everybody has one.
You know, and you've done totem readings for people on the past shows when you did the Willie Windwalker show back in I want to say what 2000, my goodness, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
We did them for a long time. We did your show for a very long time.
Well,
And
when I get set up with my own show, I plan on
yeah,
getting links set up and everything where people can get readings from me and private readings and things like that from
that would be
animals.
great.
Yeah.
I remember your readings being super, I mean, not only just educational, but it was a feel good. It's almost like, and you resonated with specific animals because there was like a white-tailed deer. I think I want to remember things that you said something about white-tailed deer, and I want to say about a raven and maybe an eagle. But you had mentioned certain things, and it just happened to be happening in my life at that time. So here I am listening to you give the public a reading, and it was resonating with me. So how does that work? Like, is like, because I was listening to you and I'm like, wow, that just sounds like what's going on with me. But I never said nothing because I wanted it to be for the public.
I try to tune in to everybody that I do a reading for. And it's hard to do from far off. If I can just listen to their voice, I can click into them and get into the energy. I plan on doing a lot of different things in my new show. I'm plan on doing smoke readings, totem readings, and all kinds of things, and get people knowledge and everything. I have a brand new audience out there that's never heard of me before, and I found out that they want to learn and they know more about me. So that's a whole new generation to teach.
Wow. Now, I've seen a smoke reading once, and then I've seen somebody do it with like a hot tea, like they had a hot tea, and they were looking at the smoke rising from the tea. And then
I,
I've seen somebody do it with sage. Different, different strokes for different folks, but
well,
I
I
watched
do
them.
it
They
with
were looking for like,
some really thick blank paper,
yeah,
and I do the smoke on top. I take the paper and put it on top of the flame hot, and let the carbon do the paper. Then I look at the paper and I see an image with all the image out, shoot it to the person, and do the reading for them. But
now do you
tell
also,
people,
okay, so
I
I'm
want to tell
sorry.
people don't try this. You can start fires real easy.
Okay. Now, do you also like cut cords? Because a lot of people that I've understood where they get connected to different people's energies, and sometimes those are negative energies, and because they're corded to these people or to this energy, some people that are shamans, I do know that they can actually help you cut these cords that connect you to this negative energy that has attached itself to your spirit.
Yeah, well, it takes a clearing to do that, and maybe more than. And I do a lot of staging. I use a lot of salt, and sometimes I'm going to have to do a soul retrieval to cut that cord.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a very serious process. I
Yes,
mean, and usually people that would come to you with that particular issue have been suffering for a bit. They understand that something's going on, but they don't know what. They don't
you know,
understand. They
yeah.
don't understand it because it really does take a hold of you. And I've literally had somebody cut cords on me once before, and it was extremely refreshing for like 2 months. I felt like the energy was heavy prior to and after. I don't know how this works, but the energy just felt like it lifted off my shoulders. I even felt like my steps were lighter. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you ever have anybody talk like that? Like they
I,
had that
I work
experience?
a lot with Bishop Long too. Um, if he has any more American case comes in, he just calls me and that's my advice. And he and I things together. Where he would do like a minor rights, would do like the same type of thing that's
Yes.
Native American.
Yes. Now, did you work with the Bishop Long at one point in time? I know that you were friends for a long time.
We are, we are. We actually did Shaman's funeral, and
Oh,
he
he
was
did.
our priest, and he did our.
Oh, I like him. He's so
So we're
wonderful.
very close.
He's so wonderful. He did a funeral for us online one time. I don't know if you remember Laura Cartwright. Do you remember Laura? She was a paranormalist. She taught paranormal research to the deaf, and she passed away. And we did a funeral for her paranormal family, and he actually did it for us. So that's what I mean. Like he's a very giving, very wonderful human
Well,
being.
I last year, I, I think he had to be called in. I had to be exercised. I was so out of it, taking care of Shaman. I dropped my guard, and something took a hold of me, and he had brought in to do the exercise.
Oh, that's really awesome. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's what he does on the regular, but I think that he does special cases. Does that make sense?
I knew something had a hold on me. I was starting to holler at Simon and with her
Really?
ill state, and I said, Bishop, kind of, I need your help with something here. And he came and he took care of it.
Somebody's doing that. Somebody's experienced that type of energies where they feel like something's wrong, but they don't quite can't put their finger on it. They don't understand it. Maybe it's the energies around them, always feeling like something's not right, or there's some like negative energy, or like psychic vampires just kind of like draining everything from around. When
Yeah.
somebody gets in that situation, would you request them to go to somebody that does know how to do exorcisms? And if you guys have any questions out there in the audience, we do know some professional people in the industry. So if you have any questions, please send us a message. Willie definitely can set you up with anybody. Willie, you know a lot of people in this industry.
Before we send somebody out to an exorcism to make sure
Yeah.
the person's not ill.
But you know so many different people from all over America. You've
Yeah.
had
We haven't done
Yeah, and not only that, but your spiritual warrior family goes extended. They're extended. Like people from California. So if someone lived in California was having issues, or somebody in the East Coast was having issues, or even the Mid Coast, people that they might be able to connect with to get that little bit of extra help. Yeah. Now you're also an author. You wrote a book. You wrote more than one book, didn't you?
Yeah, I wrote Simon Windwalker back in 2004.
Yeah.
And then I wrote Soul Warrior a few years later. And I just completed one that I'm complete to get out.
You got a new book coming out.
Yeah, hopefully I've got to get with my publisher and put things together, but all the stories are done. And the final story was shown to me today. And showed the final books of it, where I wrote about Shaman's days. It's called "I Love You Forever and Ever," and
Yeah.
to be the last for the book.
That's so nice. That's so endearing. I love that. I love that you dedicate that to her. She was very proud of everything that you ever did. She stood by you through all those conventions, all those wonderful things where you did lectures to the public, and you was always a big part of Mid-South, which the next guest we come on is a good friend of yours, Keith H. He'll be on in the next hour after you are done. And you guys go way back. I mean, there's so many commonalities with the two of you. For one, you're both from the same area, Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And now, Lily, would you consider Louisville, Kentucky, one of the most haunted areas, or is it just kind of like seems like that because it's from the South?
It's pretty haunted. Yeah, I live walking from Waverly Hill.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I can walk to Waverly Hill to my house.
Oh my gosh!
And I live up.
Yeah.
It's a cemetery.
Oh wow! And now, have you ever been to like Gettysburg and places like that, or?
No, I haven't been there.
Okay, because I always am curious, like what that type of energy is with all them battles on top of the Native Americans living there. Like how the energies would be just so mentally scattered.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah, and so for everybody that's listening now, Willie Windwalker is going to have he's going to start his show in 2 weeks, and he will come on after Hollywood Red Carpet Radio Show. So I want everybody to be well aware that when you are ready to tune into Willie's show, you are going to have nothing but education on. There's so many things that you're going to be doing on your show. What are some fun things that you want to talk about or do about your show, Willie?
Well, like I said, I'm going to do a lot of teaching, and I might do some demonstrations on a few things and what things are. And of course, I'll get started.
Absolutely. You going to have some guests on your show?
Oh, yeah.
Because you always have the most interesting people.
Yeah, I have to get back into it and try to run people down that were guests before.
Oh yeah, because I always watch and when I produced you. I always remember how you know so many people that I don't know. It was always interesting that you would always have the same type, not the same people, but the same. Um, you just had so many people I never knew. So I
Yeah,
always thought it was,
yeah.
and they're always like,
I
this
also have. I'm going to have shows like on UFOs and cryptids and all
and
kinds of
crystals
stuff.
and all that,
Yeah.
healing journeys and things like that.
Yes, I'm going to do it all.
Because I
Like
do
I said,
know
I
that
have a new
you
audience.
know a lot about what?
I have a new audience now. I have younger people out there that
Oh
wants to
sure.
know how to do that.
Oh, absolutely. And I do think that it's a time. There's a time for everyone, and I think it's a good time for you because back when we did the old show, you just had so many people wrapped into your programming because of the educational aspect of everything that you did. Not just that you had special guests on and people that had their own talent and their own story. You also had like you have such a mass of education to share with the whole wide world.
Yeah,
I think it's
like I said, I have a new audience out there that's never heard of me, and I think that's great. And the technology's better now too. I've got a computer with a camera where I'm doing it on phone last.
oh, that's awesome. you you've just done so many things in your life, Willie. Um, could you tell us about maybe one case that you did that was either it maybe have changed something in your life, or just kind of maybe it was shocking, or it was something that you never dealt with before?
Well, in 2004, the CMT sent, sent a group out, sent a group, and they told me they come pick me up, and we went to Bell Witch, and they had to go through the Bell Witch cave, and I read it and I told them what was going on. They kept saying that the witch was Kate based and all this kind of stuff, but I told them it was Native American based, and um, I did the best I could with it. So they kind of dropped it right there. I did a MT Halloween special. So about 10 years ago, I got a call from A&E. They were doing the first of the Bell Witch, and they wanted to go out there and release some spirits and release a curse and all that kind of stuff. Now that place, the Bell Witch, is very, very haunted with Native American spirits and things like that. And I had to do a Native American ceremony. I did release a lot of the um, spirits that were Native American, but I left a lot there because they made a uh, they made fun of it. A lot of stuff that was filmed that I was supposed to go on TV was cut out and they reshot it with somebody else. So I had to explain to the Native Americans what the heck happened. And I told them that a lot of my stuff was cut out, and I did the right thing. So as far as I know, I'm hoping that they didn't ruin what I did up there. But actually, Adams Tennessee is pretty haunted. The whole town is really heavy, and it's about the worst one that I've done. I had to go by choice.
Wow, that's interesting. And I think that you're going to plan on doing more like current events and stuff like that, like things that are actually happening now in your life, like or within the communities that you work within.
Yeah, I will. I'll get back out there as best I can.
I think it's really interesting. I look forward to that new book that you've got coming out. And what's that based on?
Well, a lot of my cases and a lot of my adventures, and I do some in there too. And it's going to be like a tell-all book on the certain cases I've done. But it's going to be. I don't know if it'll be put on ebook. There's like that. But it's got a lot of my cases in it, and from way back up and right up to today's day.
I think that's interesting. Do you notice a lot of people are curious about what your knowledge is? Do people come up and kind of like want you to help them learn or teach them about certain things? Because I think that to me it's a mystery. Everything that you guys do is a mystery as far as Native Americans go. I think it's all kind of like, even though you kind of educate people, I still think that the magic or whatever it is, it's like a mystery to me.
Well, a lot of it is if you are open enough, anybody can get messages from spirit. When mine crossed over, I mean, she's been working with me ever since day one. So I get to know, she'll tell me where to go, she'll turn a light on, car uh, alarm will go off,
Oh
you know,
wow!
and stuff
So
like
guess
that.
who joined us, Willie?
Huh?
Keith Age just joined us. Hi, Keith. I don't know if he can. I can't hear him, but I can see that he's on. He's here with us. Say that again. I don't hear him, but he's on here with us. But anyways, Willie, that's so amazing. When we get the volume, his volume figured out, we'll work on that. But wow, that's really amazing, Willie. So many things going on that you're going to be doing. We're looking forward to having you coming on this new show. Is there some new things that you are going to be talking about, or like, are you still involved in the paranormal?
Yeah, well, I'm going to get back into it. Like I said, Shaman was sick, and I took her side, and I'll pick and choose the right cases that are close by.
Now, have you been to? Now, you've been to a lot of different events. What are some things that people ask you? What is one of the most common questions somebody would ask you?
Well, when I go to events, they mostly want to know their spirit guide, or they want to know what their animal totem is, or they want me to read their energy, or they want me to see what the color their aura is, um, things of that nature. Do they have an attachment? You there?
I'm here, Willie. Oh, there's
Okay.
Keith. I
There
can
you
see
go,
you,
Keith.
Can you hear
Keith.
us?
Hi, Keith.
There he is. Hi, Keith.
You got to unmute your
Oh,
mic or
Willie, can you
check your
see me?
microphone settings, Keith. What you
Okay.
got to do is go in your settings and make sure that they're set for your either your computer, your microphone, or your headset. Okay. We'll get it worked out. Deb, where'd you go? Well, anyways, Willie, continue on so that we can keep this going. All right.
Okay, like I said, a lot of people come to the. We don't have Miss Stuff
There
anymore.
she is.
So
I got the boot. I got booted off. Stupid phone. Hi, Keith. How are you? I
He's having
still don't hear
he's
you.
frozen. There you
Okay.
go. Tell him to restart and come back, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, hang
Because
up and
we'll
come
have
back.
him at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Will, you're going to
the
stay with
hour.
me for a little bit, right? Well, we have Keith on.
I'm here.
Willie. Okay, you're going to hang out for a little. Willie's going to hang out too.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. But anyway, so while Keith gets his voice figured out, so what do you think, that you excited about coming on and doing a show?
Yeah, I'm hopefully we won't have so much technical problems. I know how to get it.
We won't. We'll work on it every day
Yeah.
till we get it ironed out. Even Mark Even Mark said that to me earlier. We got to get this figured out. But a new program for me too, as far as teams go. It's a
Yeah.
whole new thing. So figuring it out. So what does Keith have to do for his volume? Because I
No,
see him.
he
I
needs
see
to
you
check
great.
and make sure that his Teams is connected to the right microphone. Either he has it
Okay.
set up for his headphones or his microphone on the computer if he's on a laptop. So what you do is you go into your settings. You go up in the chat here. You'll see the three dots. You can go in there and adjust it from there. Just follow that down. It'll be on the top right hand corner of the well, not the very top, but right below the X. You'll see
Okay.
three dots.
Okay. We'll get this figured out. But Will, you're not going anywhere. You can stay with me for a little while. Stay with me until you have to leave. How's
Yeah,
that sound?
I'll stay with you for a few more minutes. I'm getting phone calls that I need to take.
Yeah. Okay. Get Keith set up. But anyway, so I'm really excited that you're coming on and doing your show again. It's been a long time coming. Really.
Yeah, only difference for us, I ain't gonna have Siobhan sitting beside of me,
Yeah.
but she's here.
Get,
She'll be here in spirit.
yeah. Well, I think that it's just going to be so much more that's going to come up for you, opportunity wise as well. You know what I mean? Because people do
Yeah.
contact you for your help.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I think so. Now you do a lot. You do some with crystals. Am I right?
Oh yeah, I've used crystals and rocks and salt and all the tools.
Now some things. What is some of the major crystals that people can purchase for themselves to either hold on to or help them with energies, like for just positive energy or maybe good luck? You know,
Rose crystal's really good for that.
and would that be good for your heart too, as well?
Yeah,
Okay, because I
and
did hear something about that.
a lot of quartz crystals are good for a lot of things. You can use a quartz system to pull negative energy out and pull positive energy in.
See, I like that. Now, is it the same with the quartz, the clear quartz?
Yes.
Or, okay. What about like amethyst, or because a lot of people believe the amethyst give them good luck. I really don't
Yeah.
know. And the same thing with tourmaline.
It's a good element.
Tourmaline is kind of new, like it's not new, but it's kind of a new stone. Tourmaline, where it's like pink and green.
Yeah. Well, I will be doing classes on chakras too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. I like to learn about the chakras
Yeah.
because I think that it
I'm
helps
doing a
realign.
to go along with the people we be interested in every couple of
Oh,
weeks.
sure. Oh, that's really cool. I think he's still working on his thing. That's which is fine. He's here. He didn't stand us up. He's right there. We can see him.
I know the
I
feeling.
like this really. So I can't wait for what's going to happen in the next few weeks. I'll be listening for sure, and I want everybody else to listen. But there are some wonderful cases that you've been involved with. Could you talk a little bit about one that sort of like had an impact in your life?
Well, Bishop Long sent me to Ohio about 20 years ago with a team and another priest who, it was a diabolical case. And when we got to Ohio, we walked up to the house. We knew there was something going on. We went into the house. There was a bunch of kids there that we had to get out because there was a lot of activity there. I had tables flying all over the place and smells and stuff like that. And, Shaman took care of the adults and downstairs, and I went up to the case member, and we went up to one room where we heard growling and furniture was thrown at, stuff like that. And right away, I knew we had a bad situation. So I went back downstairs and told the police we were going to have to do a minor right away. So he robed up, and he and I went back upstairs to every room, did the clearing, and we asked them, and we also blessed the kids. And it was a really bad scene. The house was a wreck, and it's a
Yeah.
kind of it's something you would see out of a horror film. And I've walked in places like that too. That we've got something more than just a regular haunting.
Oh my. Now, I've heard that there are vortexes in places that you don't physically see them. And sometimes spirit travels through these vortexes, and sometimes they actually need to be removed, or not removed, but actually moved from homes and, move more towards land, like to say. But could you explain, for those who don't know
We
what
had
the
a great
vortex is?
time, Debbie. Again, a paranormal case came and got us and took
Yeah.
me to this house. Shimon and I to this house, and they had about 7 kids, and they were having a really bad activity in the house. And Shimon and me did a walkthrough, and I found a portal and the laundry room.
Oh my.
So I had everybody go out of the house, and as I told Shu, we were going to have to close the portal, but before we did that, we had to get the entity to run back in. So I went on ahead and started doing a clearing, and finally we got the thing ran into the portal, and I closed the portal. Well, I went outside and noticed there's an empty house next door. So for the heck of it, I walked next door, and it was a vacant house, and the portal opened up in the vacant house. Well, the house was locked up, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I did go around and put a ring of salt around the outside of it and did a blessing. But that's the only thing I did. So what had happened was this entity was going back and forth in that portal, and it was opening up in the other house. But I couldn't break into the house to close the other side of the portal. So I had run into things like that before, but I did clear the house. I closed the portal. They weren't doing anything negative, like any satanic stuff. It's just something the kids, I think, threw this thing in some way. I think they just wanted to take control of the kid, and I stopped it. They had already had stuff on tape and proof.
Really?
So, yeah.
Because it's unpredictable what spiritual energy is going to come through.
Yeah.
It's not going to always be Casper.
Yeah, I know.
And what does the spirit need attachments for? Is there even an answer to that question?
Up anywhere. I have to be very careful when I go to certain places like funeral homes, cemeteries, hospitals. I have to protect myself. I mean, if they latch onto a person, they'll ride home with them.
No kidding. Yeah, because they will come home with you, won't they? Well, they like your energy, Willie. I'm going to go home with Willie.
They attach themselves to pieces of furniture. I had a case where they attached themselves to a piece of jewelry.
No kidding. So I wasn't thinking jewelry. I was thinking furniture, but like a couch or something.
They can latch on to anything.
Right, or a chair or something, but I wouldn't, or like
I have to be
maybe
very careful around places like funeral homes and cemeteries and things. I have to put up protection. I even have to push my car.
Really? Now, do you have to do like on a regular basis, like a saging? I don't even know if that's what it's called. I just know that people sage the energies in homes and that have negative spiritual energy.
Since Shimon has died, we saged and cleaned the house 2 times because the principality see how devastated I was at her death, and they're trying to play with my mind. and they're,
Yeah.
I hear her, but I know it's not her. I hear, think I pretty well got it cleaned out now.
No
But
kidding.
they tried to get me to go back.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, they're afraid I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back.
You're gonna come back, yeah.
And I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back fast. I'm going to come back
Yeah.
strong. And they
Because
know
you're
it.
telling the truth.
And they're
Yeah.
trying to hurt me the best way they can. It's like right now, I'm waiting to hear on my knees. And I'm hoping this isn't bad news. They're trying to call me, but this things are like that happen. They're taking people out of my life. My granddaughter's father,
Yeah.
his son. So they're really trying to get to me, and I said, "You're not going to do this." It's like this radio show. They're trying their best to from getting this radio show out, but it's going to happen.
It's happening right now. It don't matter.
You and I got to come up again after all these years. You think there's a reason for that?
We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And Keith too. We love you, Keith.
Yeah, Keith and me have been.
Yeah.
I worked the very first Mid-South. That's how long we knew each other.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I still don't hear Keith. Keith, can you say hi? Yeah, it's not. I don't hear. Mark, I can't hear him. I'm not sure what's...
Yeah, it's on his end somewhere. He needs to... It's either a setting in...
I've already done that.
Oh,
there he is!
There you are. There's your voice.
There he is.
There he is.
Hi, Keith.
Pull out the guitar, Keith.
Yeah, there's Willie saying hi to you.
Hey,
You guys
Willie.
go back. You guys go way back.
Yes, we do.
You really do.
It sounds like an airplane.
Yep, the very first one.
Very first
Really?
one. And it had no air conditioning, and it was August.
Really?
Always hot.
Wow. That's so cool. I don't know what to say. Willie, want to talk to Keith? It's been a while since you guys had a convo.
Last time we talked was when Simone got really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
she got a lot of you.
Yes.
She did.
and Willie, I'm truly sorry. She was a beautiful lady.
She's doing good, pretty good. She's around. She's around.
You know me, I'm as psychic as a fence post, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like anybody.
So anybody that's just recently joining us, we are here with Willie Windwalker Gibson from Louisville, Kentucky, and we are here with Keith Age from Louisville, Kentucky. Believe it or not, you guys are right from the same neck of the woods. But we are here. Keith Age is a paranormalist who's one of the most professional in the field. Goes back many, 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 many years. And you have. And you are also, you've been in documentaries. And you've also, I don't know, are you an author or have you written a book? Because I would.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Yes,
wow. That's wonderful. I love to hear more about that. And
it's out of print right now.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh, my goodness. All this is happening.
That's how old we are.
I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare.
We got to get them back in print. That way it'll be new for the people.
You're so funny. Willie. Oh, my goodness.
It's just like I was telling them, Keith, I've got a whole new crop of people out there who's never heard of me. And I have to get out there and show them.
You do. You really do. Everybody knows Keith. Anybody anybody that's serious about paranormal knows Keith. Maybe they don't know you physically, but they know of you because you put your blueprints in the paranormal field forever.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's just a nice way of saying I'm really old now.
No, no, that's a nice way of saying that you're highly educated, and that if anybody has any issues down in your area, to contact you guys, because you have your own setup where you do your private stuff and you do stuff with people.
Yep, I've got the Louisville Ghost Hunter Society that I started in 1996.
Oh way! Wow, wow, way before 2000.
Oh yeah.
That's what. So you like originally paved the path, because that's like way before some of these popular ghost shows. Like all these people that do these popular shows now with
You
ghost
know, just
hunting.
just to kind of give you an example, I started hunting ghosts in 1979.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, 1979. So you
Uh
must
huh.
have had some early on experiences. Is that what happened?
Nope.
How did you find an interest?
I had just got off the road. I'm a musician. Been on the road for a year. Come back, met a young lady. Of course, this was the '70s, so my hair
Yeah.
was down to about right here, and
Free love
full
is in the
beard.
air.
Oh yeah, and it was her 17th birthday, and I never got to come over and meet mom and dad, and I just kind of figured, well, she's embarrassed. Well,
Oh
her
my
her
goodness.
mom got a hold of me and said we'd like you to come for her 17th birthday party. So I showed up, knocked on the door.
Long
She
hair.
answered. Oh, my girlfriend answered the door, and she just looked like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And I was like, no, it's cool. Your mom invited me, and
Yeah.
she's like, no, you don't understand. Me and my sisters, we have a ghost in the house, and he doesn't like our boyfriend.
Oh.
He doesn't like our boyfriends at all. So
Oh.
I was like, yeah, let's go smoke another one. Uh, and me being young and stupid, we were in this little ranch house. We sat on the couch. You could see down the hallway into the master bedroom, and there was a mirror that I could see our reflection in, and something kept walking in front of it, breaking the reflection. And I kept going down there and checking. There was nobody there. So, like I said, me being young, dumb, and stupid, called this thing out. Come on, show me, do something, prove to me you're around. And at the end of the night, I went to kiss her goodbye inside the living room. And as I bent down, something got a hold of my arm. Now, like I said, I was 17 years old. I was a professional fighter at that time. I fought at 225 pounds, and something grabbed me hard. And next thing I know, I was flying backwards through the screen door, through the front door, and I landed about 6 feet out past the porch. And of course,
Oh my.
chaos is ensuing, and I'm kind of laying there going, fingers, toes, what's working, what's not, trying to
Yeah.
get my breath, trying to get my breath.
No.
And then
How was
first
your
thing
fear level at that point? How was your fear
yeah,
level at that point, being such a young
oh,
person?
again, you got to remember, I'm a musician from the '70s.
Yeah.
The brain cells just ain't there for that. And and I
That's
just
funny.
remember laying there thinking, that was so cool. Do it again. And that's how I got started on the paranormal.
Wow. That's pretty. That's a wake up call.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever been injured while on a location? Because I know you've done many documentaries. Some of them with
Oh
the Booth brothers, but I'm sure you've done
yeah,
others
I
prior
did
to them.
10 documentaries with the Booth brothers. What I'm
Really?
known for is also opening up Waverly Hills for all the paranormal
Really?
enthusiasts. And yes, I've had my head busted open 3 times up at Waverly from things flying through the air. Uh, does getting stabbed at a convention from a crazy paranormal person, does that count?
Really? Well, think
Yeah.
of that as a demonic overtaking of a human life. Very
No,
possible.
no, that was just crazy lady.
Oh, crazy
Uh,
lady. Well,
Yeah.
that's too bad. That's really sad because I think there's, for the most part, not the fakers, but for the most part, people that are legitimate in the field tend to be very kind and they want to help people learn. You know, to
Um,
base the education
there's
so that people
there's
can
that
start.
one element of craziness in any field you're in, and I happened to find her. Um, she showed she she showed me a picture of an orb, and I am
Yeah.
not an orb person at all.
No, you're not an
Here,
anomaly.
you know, and I'm a photography major, so
Yeah.
I'm going. This is how this happens. And as I did, I felt like this. I looked down and I got a knife sticking out of my chest.
That's
And
insane.
actually, it's on my right side.
That's
And
insane.
I actually went to swing and couldn't swing because she jammed it into my arm socket. So my arm was locked. And I ended up swinging with my left arm. And she just got out of prison about 4 months ago for premeditated manslaughter.
Good God. Wow. And then just randomly decided to go to one of your events. What the,
Well,
what luck. Oh my
oh yeah.
God, freak. So that
So,
means that's why there'll be security at any future event. Make sure you
well,
have.
there was plenty of security.
Yeah.
She stood in line to talk to me and show me this picture. And when I said no, that's a dust
Yeah,
storm,
of course. Yeah.
she she said nope, that's my dead Aunt Petunia.
But
And,
yeah, but you
and
know
next,
different. Then
well,
everybody will believe that any dust particle is an anomaly.
well,
It's
like I
like going
said,
into a barn and shaking the hay and taking a video and seeing all that debris and
oh
saying,
yeah,
that's all the ghosts in this barn. You
oh
know?
yeah, and I've gotten up here so much where people have cornered me out in parking lots and said, "Nope, it's ghosts." And I'm like, "You want to see proof?" And they're like, "Sure." I was like, "Here you go." Reached down,
Right.
scooped up a handful of parking lot dirt, threw it in the air, and said, "Take a picture." And man, there was like a million different orbs there. I was like, "There's your orbs." So,
Yeah, there's your orbs. Make it pick you up. See if it'll pick you up off the ground. People,
hey,
you know,
Hey
Yeah,
Willie,
yeah.
do you remember standing out in front of Expo 5 at Mid South Number One, and I asked you to do me an Indian and what was my animal? Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, long time ago.
Do what?
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Do you remember what Indian it was? I mean, what animal it was?
I can't remember. I'm old.
Well, you've probably done about 1.5 million of them. It was a bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's one thing I definitely remember about first Mid South. Right before I got on my motorcycle and I left.
Yeah. It was definitely. Well, you were moved up though. You got some good places to go in for Mid South.
Well, it got a whole lot bigger, you know.
oh,
Uh,
it did. You know how fast that grew. You know how many people down south embraced that convention, like truly, truly loved being part of that. Bishop Long. I mean, how many people I could go on? It's like so many people that were famous that we knew that were. I don't know about famous, but I would just say like they made a really good name for themselves in the paranormal communities.
oh
They
yeah,
weren't out there shamming people for money. They weren't lying to the public. They were basic. They weren't Hollywood. They weren't faking it. There was reality to their production of what they were doing in the paranormal. Does that make sense?
oh yeah. Well, it's I'm still doing TV shows, and a lot of things have changed. But if you're in it to be famous or think you're going to make a ton of money, you're in the wrong business.
Yep.
And you know, like I said, I have produced TV shows and movies, and if you're like I said, if you're in it for those reasons, you need to just get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, you can't. Willie, have you ever met anybody got rich off paranormal?
Nobody but Zach Bagans.
Because everybody couldn't stand him, that's why. He ran from everything. He was always running. He would hear a ghost in the background and run. I was like, what is he doing? Why is he running?
Hey, Deb, let's get Willie's information before we get cut off.
Yeah. Willie, before we go, tell everybody how to get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you. And you can still stay with us.
I'm on Facebook, Willie Gibson, and they can contact me at Crystal Chief 55 at AOL.com.
And not next week, but the next Friday after that, Willie's starting his show for the first night. So please, everybody, tune into that show. It's going to be after the Hollywood Red Carpet Radio with me, Debbie Perkins. So please, please join his show if you want to be educated and just learn about what you tell them, Willie, what they're going to learn.
Well, he can tell the tech part of it, and I can tell the spiritual part of it. So we'll go from there. I'll keep them interested.
I know you will, Willie. You're awesome. And Keith, you've been on Willie's show before, haven't you?
Yeah, quite a few times.
Willie's a great host. He really is a great host. Because I've produced you forever, Willie, and I love you.
All us Kentucky boys stay together.
Yeah, you are. You guys rock. Keith rocks. He rocks with a guitar in his hand. No, Keith, how did you get into the music? Now, you said you was a teenager.
Gotta
You're a
go.
rock star. Bye,
Later,
Willie.
Willie. Good to see you, brother.
We will get cut off, Deb. We are on the timer.
Okay. All right, so we got to call right back?
Yeah. So we'll end this
Keith,
segment.
hang on, Keith.
Let me end this segment, and then we'll come back right here.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So
Yep,
hold on.
Keith,
Let
stay
me
with me.
do some transition stuff here.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
And let me hang up on this call, and I will call right back, Keith. All right. So stand by.
Okay.
Make sure everybody hangs up. All right.
I am. All right, I am.
Once everybody hangs up,
I'm trying to, buddy.
it's the top right-hand corner. You'll see the little telephone up there. There you go. All right. We'll be right back with more Debbie Perkins. Trying to get
I'm
Keith
here.
back. Yeah. It's not letting me. I don't know why. But
All right, so I'll just have him join. He can join from the chat.
yep, just like he did before. I told him, I said, just join like he did before. Let me get us right back up and running on OBS.
I think he joined twice. I think he was having the audio issue.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Good. That would be great. We don't need that issue. So I did take a screenshot so that everybody's even listening. I got a screenshot of all of us on there today. So I will share that with the guys later.
Well,
I think
if you're in like YouTube or someplace like that, you can clip parts of the show out too. So let me get into Teams over here on the OBS and make sure that we're back up and running. We're waiting on Keith to come back. There we go. So
come on, phone.
Let me pull this down. Oh, wrong one. And there we go. I don't know
I
what
just told
Keith.
him to join us. All
Yeah.
right, I got a thumbs up. He's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He's
Once he
coming
comes
back.
back, we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Such great people. They are such wonderful people. That's why it's so fun to have them on.
There's Keith. All right.
There he is. There's the man.
Welcome back,
There's
Keith.
the man.
All
I
right.
love you, Keith.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hear you
Yes,
good.
I do.
All right. And I can see you a lot better too this time.
Oh yeah.
You were a little
Well, 'cause
blurry
we're on the
before,
screen,
but
so-
this is going to work
Oh
out.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
yours, Deb.
Handsome
3,
double.
2, 1, go.
Okay. So, Keith, so many wonderful things have been happening for you, but I want to recap on. So, for people that may not know you, which I'll be surprised if there's many, but the point is there are some people out there that may not know you internationally, and I want to recap with you for them, so that they can get the full picture of who you truly are.
No.
Okay, so we already kind of did talk about your youth, and then let's kind of drop into some of the documentaries, because I think I learned about those when you started working with the Booth Brothers. Now, did you do documentaries before them, or was that just kind of a fluke where you kind of felt?
Well-
Because those guys, just for a recap on who those guys are, I believe that
Well-
they used to be photographers for Playboy. Years
They
ago.
were videographers for the
Okay.
Playboy Channel, and they'd made
Right.
horror movies and things like that.
Yes.
We got together because I had been operating Waverly Hills.
Oh, that's how it happened.
Yeah, and then they came to shoot a little horror movie called Death Tunnel.
Oh, I remember
And,
that too.
And while they were there, real things started happening, and that's how the whole Spook series started.
Really?
And and you know, the very first thing they brought to me, I'm sure you know what dailies are, but for those that don't, though, that is what was filmed the day before. You watch it the next day to see how it looks.
Right.
And the first thing they brought to me was what I call, and this is going to sound misogynist, but I'm not trying to make it that way, the big boob blonde in the shower scene that you got to have for every independent horror film. You got to have it. So they brought it to me, and they about drowned this poor actress. And they shot this thing almost 30 times because something black kept coming in from the side of the screen, from the right side or the left side. It would get right behind her while she was sudsing up her hair. And, they called cut. They did everything physical they could think of to make this not happen. And then they gave it to me and said, "What is this?" I said, "Well, welcome to my world. It's a shadow person." And they're like, "Well, what?" And Philip Booth, in his best British accent, goes, "Well, what's he doing in my shot, mate?" And I said, "Well, I guess he liked the view." And
that's funny.
And that's how the whole Spook series really got started.
Yeah.
And not only did I do Spook that goes to Waverly Hills, but Children of the Grave 2. And so we did 10 documentaries together.
Yeah.
And
the last time I talked to you, you guys had just finished Soul Collectors, which I actually bought from them, and I watched the whole thing. And I remember you.
You mean Soul Catcher?
And Anita. Anita was in that.
Anita, yes.
Yes. What was the last name? I want to say something Bull. Yes.
Tall Bull.
She was incredibly wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. She was in The Possessed and Soul Catcher.
Oh, really? I remember Possessed too. And those are still available if anybody does want to purchase videos that you have been in, Keith, for some of those documentaries.
Yeah, or you can, if you got streaming, if you got streaming, it's on Tubi, Amazon, Roku, Apple.
Nice. So they instead of just in videos, they have actually uploaded them to all those sites that you can watch on your Roku TV or or your I mean, there's different streamings, but like
Right. Just
that's
look
really
up my
great.
name. Look up my name or look up the Booth Brothers.
Yeah. And you guys also have IMDb's as well. So if anybody's curious and they want everything all in one place, they can actually look at IMDb and see all of the documentaries that are credited to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been in over 40 different TV shows
That's
plus plus
crazy.
plus the 10 documentaries. I produced several. Right now I'm producing one called Bourbon Spirits.
You are.
And it's almost done. It'll be shown on the YouTube subscription channel this year.
That's really cool. Now, what is the alcohol? Is that an alcohol that you're helping promote?
No, what state do I live in?
You live in Kentucky.
All right. What is Kentucky known for?
It's whiskey.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Okay.
Bourbon spirits.
Ooh.
It's a play on words.
Is it smooth? Does it go down hot and hard?
What kind of show we on?
That's right. That's right. Keep them guessing. Keep them
Yeah.
guessing.
But I mean, I do like whiskey.
Yeah.
You know, my preferred brand is Jack Daniels, which is Tennessee whiskey,
Ooh.
and you know,
That'll put some fire in your oven.
oh
That'll
yeah.
keep you wet up. That'll keep you warm on a winter's day for sure. No,
But you
no,
were saying people internationally,
yeah.
we're on Italy. I cannot think of the name of the station right now, but we're on over in England, the UK. It's on Space TV.
Really.
You know, so we're a little bit everywhere. You
That's
know,
really cool.
so it's fun when you got to do a interview with a Portuguese radio show and they don't speak English and you don't speak Portuguese.
Got a common interest,
Yeah,
and that
so
bridges a gap.
yeah, but that's like my
Yeah.
manager said, please don't start World War III.
Well, I find that when I interview people from all around the world, they tend to be really, really awesome, and it's nice to have that link, you know,
Most of
to
the time.
another place. You
Yeah,
know,
most of
we
the
may
time
never
they
visit.
are.
We'll have that connection.
Hmm. Oh, I
It's
agree.
wonderful. And now, when you did Soul Catchers, and I remember that was based on a school of children. Blake Willie was a
No,
Native American.
no. Soul Catcher, we filmed out west in the Badlands. What you're thinking of is Children of the Grave.
Oh, yes, I am thinking of Children of the Grave. You're so right. Oh, my gosh. Okay, all right, I know what you're saying. Is that the one where
And
they flew the plane? Where those guys flew in on the little tiny plane? It looked like it was
Soul Catcher. Soul Catcher is where Chris and Phil were in the
They're
biplane.
so
Yes.
crazy. Those boys. They're so insane. Because that plane looked like it was going to fall apart before it hit the ground.
Well, what they didn't show was in the passenger area where Chris was sitting, there was no
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hope you had a parachute on. Oh, my goodness. But you were involved all in that. And you
Oh
were...
yeah.
Now,
I was
was
also,
that a case that something that you had? Because I mean, a lot of these places were your connection.
right. Well, you know, I was also a producer of after Spooked. I was also a producer of all the stuff we did.
And that's an incredible place to be part of. Very, very important to be a part of the production company with a film. But did you enjoy that? I mean, you truly enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot from the Boot Brothers. That's why I started my own production company, and that's why
Yeah.
I've been making movies and documentaries and series and stuff since then. Um, you know, you asked how did I get into music? Well, I was 10 years old and I started learning how to play guitar, and then I switched to bass guitar, And by the time I was 16, I was on the road playing music.
Wow.
Even over in Europe.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so
So
I've been
you're
doing that.
worldly. You've traveled quite a bit. You're not just you're not. I mean, yes, you're from Kentucky, but like you've actually got out of Kentucky.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still live in Kentucky, as you said, but about Willie. Willie and I live about 5 miles away from each other, and, and I've been everywhere in the world. I've only got 2 places left on my bucket list that I haven't been
Oh.
to.
Where do you
So,
want to go? Where do you want to go?
Loch Ness is one.
Scotland.
The other is Chernobyl.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Where there's like a ghost town, like we have to wear a mask because
yeah. You got to wear a whole radiation suit.
because of a nuclear blast, and you got three-headed
that's
dogs running out of the woods,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean,
that'll be
all that's there now are wild dogs, and other wild animals. Because everybody got evacuated when Chernobyl melted down.
yeah, all that radiation. But it's
Uh-huh.
definitely had to affect because I remember some sort of articles on human beings that got kind of caught into some of that in there, like they would give birth to children that were all, messed
Yeah,
up,
yeah, a lot of radiation sickness.
birth
Yep.
defects and miscarriages, and then the animals eating the grass of the radiation. You know what I mean?
Yep. Where
Not a good thing.
dogs have mutated into just wild creatures, and
Yeah,
you're talking about the vegetation. Uh, things from 1950s and 60s sci-fi writing. Peas the size of a Volkswagen. Just different things.
it's
So
creepy, weird.
I'd love to
Like
go over and
Gilligan's
just check it
Island.
out.
Yeah. Remember that Gilligan's
Yeah.
Island episode?
Yeah.
They got that box of that stuff that made them have all these weird.
Yeah, they ate all the radioactive seeds.
Yeah, like that. They eat something and it gives them like superpowers or like
Yeah, and then
deformed.
they had to eat soap to counteract it.
You remember that? But that's what I think it would kind of sort of like basically remind me of when the animal's eating a biohazard for real. And then so that's really, really haunting in itself, if you ask me.
Well, I agree, and I've seen a lot of pictures and video where people just got up and left.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of things that we did shoot for like Soul Catcher, where we went to an Indian town where the whole town got up and just left.
Yeah.
There were still plates set out on tables, and the food had been eaten off of it a long time ago, but it was just really, really haunting.
They must have been like immediately evacuated so fast. They didn't have time to even comprehend why they were being evacuated. If they were even evacuated, I imagine probably how many deaths actually did happen. Because I mean, there's a photograph out there somewhere. It's like a theme park.
Are you talking about Chernobyl or the Indian
theme park is? It's a theme park, and it just looks so. It just looks so scary. Like so scary.
Rides were stopped in midstream.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, but this was America while we were filming Soul Catcher, in an American Indian town,
Wow.
And it was just really eerie.
Now, was that was that where you in Kentucky too? Is that somewhere in Kentucky, or was that somewhere?
No, that was out west in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, really? I wouldn't even think that, but I can see that it would have a heavy Native American, societies out there.
They're still out there, and
is there reservations out there as well?
Yeah, the reservations are still out there,
Yeah.
and then some of these people live in cardboard boxes.
For
It's
real.
just it's really sad,
That is
and the plight that the American Indians are still having to deal with.
really.
Um, oh yeah, even though that was 10, 12 years ago, we filmed.
Yeah.
Not much has changed.
No, because it's kind of like they're stuck in a time warp. Like we're New York, everything happens in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And out
Well,
there,
that plus the
yeah,
government just it's the 1800s all over again. We'll help
that's
you, we'll
right.
help you, we'll help you. Then to break deals, and that's what they got to live with. That's why the Indian nations have their own sovereignty now.
Yeah.
That's why they can have all these big casinos and not worry about regulations and all
No.
kinds of stuff.
Well, that you know what? From the way their lives would have been to what it changed to, I think that the people do kind of owe them a little bit. Just you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no righteousness. Like I think when I remember when Willie was talking about the Trail of Tears, and I was unaware. I mean, I've lived in Florida before. I was unaware of how long that particular trail was, and it
Oh
went
yeah,
right up to all the southern states, and all those people were being, they were just dying and dying left and right, and
yeah.
it was like the South had so many traumatic. They think that the North did, but I think the South had a lot more like traumatic things happen to bring out
Oh
so much spiritual energies.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, you go down to New Orleans in that area,
oh yes,
and the paranormal is just rich down there. Um, and then you know Florida does not does not embrace the paranormal side of it as much as
mm,
a lot of other different states. But I agree with you. I mean, I was a cop down there, and saw some really strange things, and you know things you can't explain, but they don't talk about it much, especially when you go further south of
yeah.
Fort
People get
Lauderdale.
scared. They end up in a swamp somewhere, eaten by alligators.
Yeah.
They became a suitcase. Pair of nice boots or something. But that's really sad. That's really sad. But that's really interesting too. But I do know that when I was down there, the energy in the air. When you're in the paranormal areas, like say you're at a graveyard or abandoned, I've done both. The energies are so stupid heavy. It's almost like you got a weighted blanket on top of you.
Oh,
Just
well,
weighs so crazy. I just like, oh, I don't like this feeling because it is a lot.
yeah. And the further south you go in Florida,
Yeah.
they move the if you want to get a funeral, you have to go up, you have to move the body up north, because once you get past Ocala, you basically have 6 feet of land before you hit water.
Right.
And you
Right.
know
Well, that makes sense, I guess. If they're gonna
yeah,
flood,
yeah.
typhoon comes through.
I
That's
mean,
it.
I had been down there for 2 weeks in Fort Lauderdale when Hurricane Andrew came through.
Oh my God, what a vacation! You
Yeah.
just ended up on your vacation.
Well,
That's not good.
well, no, I had just moved down there because,
You
like I
did.
said, yeah, like I said, I took a job as a cop,
Oh wow.
and like I said, the next town over was called Homestead, and it just wiped it off the face of the earth.
Wow.
And the only thing still standing was the Coral Castle.
No
That was,
kidding.
and if you like history, check out
Yeah.
Coral Castle, and because people still don't know how this guy did this.
Is that in Miami?
It's between Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale and Miami, yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
south. That's very south.
it's just really cool how he created all this, and they don't know
Really?
how he did it or how some of these things even work.
Wow.
For the
I'll have to check it
time.
out myself.
Yeah.
My mom has a house in Florida. She's a snowbird, so but they're more like Orlando. But when I lived in Florida when I was a kid, we moved down there. We lived in Tampa Bay, but we did. There's a lot of attraction places down there for sure. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
a different world. It's a different world back in the '70s. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We're talking.
definitely.
All right, watch your luggage. You know,
Oh yeah.
get off the plane, watch your luggage. You got to be careful.
And make sure you don't have any flashy rings on because people walk up with a pair of snippers and just cut your finger off just to get your ring.
Isn't that saying? And they're quick. A thief is really fast. They're clever. They've gotten smarter.
Yeah,
You
while
know?
you're sitting there screaming and having a bloody stump, they picked
Yeah,
up your finger and took the ring off of it.
exactly. Just make sure you look like you're broke. Walk off that plane looking like a bum.
Yeah,
They won't leave you alone.
or make sure you're carrying a gun and take your pick.
Yeah, but wow. No, so you've done so many. I can't even. I don't even know if you even know how many cases that you've been involved with professionally and personally.
I never kept count. But like I
No,
said,
too many.
from the mid '80s till until now, it's been in the thousands. I couldn't tell you how many though.
Yeah, I can imagine. What is the case that you can remember that you can talk about that's not private? It's not going to
Oh,
affect anybody. That actually might have maybe either moved you or gave you some connection to like answers to like what you know what I mean. Like, did you ever have a case where something happened where it cued you into like sort of understanding why you get involved in the paranormal?
nope. I've still got just as many questions as I did when I started. We've just barely scraped the surface on this, and because basically what we are just glorified data takers,
Pretty
and
much.
yeah, and report what we find and witness. And a lot of people go, well, I'm psychic. I can see this. I'm like, that's
Right,
fine, but I can't
right,
justify a feeling.
right.
I need to have something I can catch on film, on audio, catch
You're more
lightning in a
interested in
bottle.
having technical proof.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thrown through doors and walls.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
you've had the
you know,
experience of being injured.
oh yeah. And, one of the best places I ever been to was up in Indiana. Um,
Really?
and we were the only ones left in the building, in the house. They'd been turned into a bed and breakfast, and it was just me and my wife. And we locked the door, and I let her pick which bedroom she wanted. And she picked the madam's bedroom, and it's got
That's a good one.
glass knobs on all the doors, but all the locking mechanisms were out of the doors, so it's just got a slide
Wow.
bolt on it. And 4 o'clock in the morning, the doorknob's turning. Well, there's nothing in the doorknob mechanism. It's just a square shank that's
Old-fashioned
holding the
door.
two doorknobs
Okay.
together. And as it's turning, it's going clunk, 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 clunk. And
No
I'm
way.
like, she's like, who do you think? She's like, what do you think that is? I said, well, it's either Bob the ghost coming in to say hi, or somebody's broke into the house. And
That's
and as
great.
we were laying there, this evil laugh just happened right between us on the bed. And
Oh my
I
god.
was like, where's my recorder? And she was over on the dresser. I said, would you? And she goes,
It's the first
nope,
thing you
I
thought
ain't
of.
getting out of this bed.
You're such a paranormalist. Well, that's
Yeah.
exactly what. Yeah,
So
that's
she ended
great.
up jumping out of bed, kind of doing a pirouette in the middle of the room, grabbed the recorder, jumped back into bed type of thing.
That's
And
great.
I turned the recorder on, and I set
Yep.
it down on the floor next to the bed. And about an hour later, the doorknob starts turning again. And she's like, "Oh my God, now who do you think it is?" I still say it's Bob the Ghost, hoping he's going to say hello. And about that time, the laugh went off again, and I actually got it recorded this time. Um, so it's really cool. Another cool place that I love going to is Poasttown Elementary School up in Ohio. And I've done a lot of
Before you
events
go
there.
there, hey, before you go there, I had a question about that. Did anybody
Yeah.
ever give you any history on the location and where you were at and why, or what that could have actually been, or anybody ever complain about something going on there?
At Poasttown or anywhere?
The one where the doorknob was rocking,
The one what? You broke up.
the doorknob.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can go there to this day. And like I said, it's really cool, really awesome place. And,
That's awesome. That's really cool.
it's got a lot of history. Like, it was a lot of things. We also know a priest actually hung himself in the attic.
Get out. Really?
Yep. And,
Gotta be
this
pretty
is just,
depressed if you're mad at God.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
So,
Whoa.
but like I said, with Poasttown, I've spent plenty of nights there. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm a musician from the 70s. The brain
Yeah.
cells just don't work right. And they go, "You should be really scared of this." And I'm going, "Ooh, this is cool." And we were laying there. We had an event all day. I did like 4 or 5 tours of people wanting to do
Wow.
investigations. It was late in the night, and I laid down in bed. Robin, my wife, is messing with me. She's talking to me, and I'm like, "Honey, I got to get up early. I need to get some sleep." And next thing I know, something has grabbed my ankle and jerked me from where I was. We were face to face in the bed, and now I'm looking at her stomach.
Really?
And then Daryl, the
And you're not a little guy. Yeah, so it would take a great force because you're not
Yeah.
a small. You're not like 5'4",
no,
130 pounds. You're a decent
yeah,
sized man.
thank you. But Daryl, the owner of the place, has been jerked out of bed completely,
Yeah.
where he's had to get stitches in his head from hitting his head.
Oh my God.
And then
That's
we
serious.
were shooting a show called Breaking Dad for the BBC in
Okay.
England, number one show in England. And famous actor Dad Bradley, I can't think of his last name, but the son is, an adrenaline junkie. So they go do all these things. They ride bulls, they climb mountains,
Yeah.
and they wanted to go to a haunted place. Well, they
Okay.
came to a haunted place, and it scared the hell out of them. And they were supposed to be there shooting for 4 hours. They lasted 45 minutes before they said, "Nope, we're out of here."
No, they got their rise, didn't they?
Yep.
Now they understand that it takes a great courage to walk into a place that's dangerous, let
Yep.
alone.
Well,
having-
it's not dangerous. It just, they weren't prepared for the things that were happening.
Oh
Like
boy.
things showing up and looking at them, and they can see them, and then when they go check the room, there's nobody there.
Wow.
They were just the dad was just freaking out, and it was so much so that I got worried about his health because he turned gray, and I was like,
Yeah.
"We need to get you out of here, take a break." And after that, he refused to come back in the building.
Yeah, probably better for him to stay out because if people get that feeling where they're feeling more like you're in danger,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It is best to step out, step away from the area, get to a safe place, and then clear your energies.
Yeah,
and
but there's
leave
been
it
a
there.
lot of really cool places that I've gotten to go to all over the world doing
Really?
this. Yeah, and I'm not your usual. Wow, did you hear that? I'm like, wait a minute, let's try and figure this out first.
Right.
Or
Because if it's a natural sound, You want to make
Yeah,
sure that it's a natural
I mean,
sound.
every place creaks and cracks. It does not mean it's the local demon coming down to visit you.
Right.
And you know, been to places, really old places, and they go, the water keeps turning on. Well, I take the faucet apart, and
Check the
guess what's
pipes.
happening? The washer
Pressure
just
buildup somewhere
disintegrates.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, here, let's put a new washer in. Guess what? No more ghost.
Right. But
Use a
it
little
is a better feeling to know
yeah,
that you can give
yeah,
somebody some relief, even if
yeah.
there is things going on.
Well,
But there's still some
that's
relief
like,
on
yeah,
things.
it's like a lot of people say, well, we're here to help. And I'm like, how are you going to help other than, you know, okay, I'm going to
Confirm that.
confirm, yes, you've got some
Yeah.
things happening, but how am I going to help you? Because we don't know what we're dealing with yet. I don't really
Right.
even use the term ghost anymore because we don't know what it is.
Right.
Until the day Bob the ghost walks up and shakes my hand and says, "Hi, I'm Bob." You know, what do you
Right.
got? You've got speculation, theories, and personal
Yes.
experiences. You
Yes.
know, so it takes a lot for me to say, okay, something's haunted.
Right. And that's good though, because your optimism helps a lot because people are living in fear. They're
Yeah.
convinced their brain that this
Well,
is fearful.
Here, I'll
And they gotta
give
be
you an
afraid.
example. Had a guy called one night and says, "Okay, I need you to come to this house because I'm going to walk away from it. Let the bank have it." And I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I just had a group here last night. They were here for 15 minutes, and they went screaming out the door." And I was like, "Okay." So he starts telling me things that are going on, and I'm like, "All right." He tells me, he's remodeling the kitchen, and all the drawers open up in the cabinets. Well, sure, he's got them loaded down. They're shimmed up. They're not anchored yet. He's got them loaded down with all kinds of gadgets and tools and everything. So the weight's gonna open it up on its own. My TV turns off and on. Well, I happened to be outside talking to his next door neighbor one day, and the houses are only about 8 feet apart. And guy telling me, he says, "Yeah, weird things are happening. My TV turns off, channels turn up and down, volume goes up and down by itself." And I'm like, "Where's your TV at?" He says, "Right here on this wall." Well, it's the same wall as the other guy. And I'm like, "And where'd you get your TV from?" He says, "Got it from Walmart on sale." Well, guess what the other guy did? Same TV, same sale, same brand. Now you got line of sight.
Yeah.
Guy in one house turns his TV on. Well, the remote turns the TV on the other house. Okay, it's not paranormal.
That's the
All
greatest
right.
trick in the world.
Yeah,
You
and
can
then
barely help
the main
somebody.
thing that this other team went screaming out the door because
Oh,
they
sure.
told him he had 7 demons living underneath his house, underneath the stairwell.
Yeah.
Now this house is built in like 1998. No deaths, no murder.
Okay.
Just farmland. That's all the subdivision was.
Okay.
So we were
So
there for almost
really,
So we were there for almost 6 months.
imagination,
Yeah, we were there
imagination,
for
child,
yeah,
fear.
fear, adrenaline, and
Yeah.
paranoia go a long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like I said, we were there for almost 6 months, and just basically debunking everything. He's like, "Look, the door opens and closes by itself." We watch it, and sure enough, the door opened, but it never closed. Well, that's because it's out of plumb, and
Sure.
we had carpenter come in there and put it back into plumb, and guess what? It never opened again. And just little things. So finally, I said, "Okay, we're out of here, man." And he's like, "Well, where do you think the demons are that are underneath my stairs?" I said, "I think they left 15 minutes after they got here." Talking about the other team that was there. But, it's because, people's imagination just crazy.
They really are. They really are. But then again, I mean, Hollywood has changed the way people think about the paranormal. And
Well, it's because it's a numbers game and a money game when it comes to
yeah,
TV. Luckily, I did not have to deal with any of that.
no,
I still don't. I make shows I make, and I'm saying take it or leave it. I'm not going to get up here and go, "Oh, did you see that? Did you hear that? What was
right.
that?" I'm not going to do that. And if something shocks me to where I do turn around and go, "What the hell was that?" That's because something really did happen.
Yeah.
But it's usually a light falling over or something that no, a ghost did not push it. It wasn't set right. Just somebody walking by. That's all it took.
And that's actually better than trying to worry about like the audience getting a rise out of a false
Well,
positive.
again, the networks, they want the scare factor,
They do.
and and if you're not willing to do that, then they won't put you on TV. I don't get possessed every place I go like some other people. As far as I know, I've never been possessed. People are going, "Aren't you worried about things coming home with you?" And my usual
Right.
answer is, "Only if I've been drinking."
That's funny. That's a good
You
one.
know,
But some of those places that you've been to have a really seriously haunted past. Like maybe not on the ghost level, but on the past of traumatic things happening.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the easiest way to break that down: schools, churches, hospitals, prisons, jails. Those places are usually haunted in some way, shape, or form. Just because I think the energy level, talking about schools, doesn't matter if someone died there or not. Just there's so much energy put out by the kids. You know, it's like a big battery. It just stores it up. Jails and prisons. Yeah, there's a lot of deaths, and fast and sudden. So yeah. You go to Ohio State. Ohio State's awesome, but there's a lot of little smaller jails all over the country you can go to that are just as active. And not everything is paranormal, and you're not going to get something at every place you go to unless you want
Right.
it to happen. If you walk into a place thinking, "Oh my God, this place is so scary," guess what?
It
You're
can
going to
become
see
scary.
Satan. Yeah, you're going to see Satan himself.
And then minus the manifestation of you wanting it to happen.
Yeah,
Then
you
you
know,
got on top of it, your imagination is running wild.
again, fear, adrenaline, and paranoia go a
Yes.
long way to make a ghost
Yes.
appear. I know a lot of people go, "Well, you've been doing this for so long. Why do you keep doing it?" It's because I still have the same questions I had when I first started: who, what, where, when, why, how. When you get true paranormal activity and you cannot explain it, that's when you're hooked. And you
Yeah.
usually don't see it until later when you start going through all your film and your audio. You might not hear it. That's just like we're filming Bourbon Spirits, where we're dealing with a almost 200-year-old axe murder over in Indiana, and from a German immigrant. And I had a translator come in. The star of the show, Shannon, was doing the EVP session, so she'd ask in English, and then the translator would ask in German. Well, going through it, we didn't think we really caught anything the whole time we were there. But going through that one section, I see a little blip on the sound recording, and I blow it up almost 185 times. And it's a voice saying, "Ich bin hier, I am here," in German, that nobody heard. So it's
Wow.
when you go back and have to listen to stuff, that's when you find the good stuff.
Right. And you had to lift the volume to a level where it was so minute in sound that our naked ear would not have picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little bitty blip on the soundtrack, and I just kept blowing it up, kept blowing it up. And again, it's a good
Yep.
thing I'm a musician and I had a 10,000 watt amplifier here.
Oh, sure.
Believe it or not, Keith, almost every paranormal investigation that I did on the air, and that goes back to the radio days. Okay, when I went through them, I would always catch EVPs somewhere. There'd be some little blip. It'd be anywhere between a 2 to 3 second interval, and that'd be it. But you would have to take and really amplify them in order to get them out. But you could catch them. I've caught them like that. Especially when, I don't know if you remember when Jason Stanton was doing his show. He did his show through me. But,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, before he passed
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah, I was on his show several times.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember you
Yeah.
on his show quite a bit, and when he would
Yeah.
when he would do his on-site investigations, we would always catch. In his show in particular, we would catch tons.
Yeah, and back then you didn't have the technology you have now.
Yeah, well, I'm still using about the same equipment and software, and I still catch it. You know?
Yeah, it's like people go, well, what kind of gear do you use? And I'm like, I like things that are out of the box, people that create stuff that you don't think of. And they're going, well, to use a REM pod? And I'm like, yeah, a very highly shielded REM pod. You
Yeah.
can set a cell phone next to it and it goes off and it won't, and
Right.
the REM pod won't go off. Because I hate to tell you this, kids, but some of that's faked on TV. Because all it
Yes.
takes is a radio or a cell phone to set the REM pod off. Anyway, I love Zoom products, Zoom recorders. They've got the best microphones in the business right now. Field recorders. Love using them. They're under $100 now. Go get you one. I do not get paid for endorsing them, but I'm telling you, go get a Zoom. Go get a 2.5 camera that's got nice shot on it. I don't like the green night shot. I like the clear black and white stuff, and a lot of them have that now. And you're going to spend under $100. I can remember getting one of the very first Sony night shots. My God, it was like $5,000, and
Wow.
now you can get them for under $100. But the main thing is do something you love, enjoy it. Don't get up here and go, okay, I'm a this, I'm a that. I like doing this, I like doing that. Pick one. If you like doing EVPs, stick to it. If you like photography, stick to it.
Yeah.
Try out all the different things. I like using thermal imaging because that is an actual science.
That's really cool too. I like watching that.
Yeah,
I like
and
photography myself, but I do like
the
seeing
nice thing-
the.
The nice thing I
What,
like
Mike?
about the thermal imaging too, that it crosses all the paranormal. I mean, it not only do the paranormal ghost hunters use it, but it's also used for the cryptozoology side as well as like
Oh yeah.
on the other side where you take and look for aliens, and you can take in that camera and see if something landed there because it's going to leave a heat mark or some
Yeah.
sort of signature.
Yeah, heat signature somewhere. Again, infrared technology has gotten so much. You used to couldn't buy an infrared camera for under $10,000. Now you can
Right.
find them. I got a guy out in Texas that makes them, usually for about $100, and I love it. I like doing a little bit of everything. I got a guy down in Florida named Richard Johnson has created something called the Scrypod. and he showed it to me, and I had to get it. It's really cool. It is a REM pod that is shielded so much. It's not funny. So that's number one. Number two, remember the mood rings we used to wear?
Yes,
You all remember those?
I do. I remember the
Oh,
mood
yeah.
rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
If
he
you-
has got a mood plate that sits on top of this box where if something touches it, whether it's cold, hot, whatever, it leaves a temperature, where something has touched it. And then when you open it up, there's a mirror to scry with if you want.
Well,
You
that's
know.
high tech. That's incredible. People are just coming up with some of the most incredible gadgets.
Oh, yeah.
But then again,
So,
I
and,
think
so,
people
so if
fall
anybody
for
wants
the
some cool stuff,
big junk.
get a hold of Richard Johnson down in Florida. And I mean, make some awesome stuff. I'll see him again in August.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is
Now,
really cool.
back in the day, I was trying to get someone to build me a special microphone system to set up in for a stationary place where they could do recordings,
Uh-huh.
where it would take like a 20-inch speaker, all right, and then it would go all the way down to a regular omni, not uni, directional microphone, all right, and wire them all in
Right.
together and have them go into a what is it called? A spectral analyzer, all right,
All right, just
and just
This
sit
was-
it there. And if the place is haunted, you're going to get something.
yeah. Well, see, that's like you can take a Zoom P4, which is for podcasting, but you can plug in 4 different mics into it, and you can run those mics anywhere and everywhere, and you can record them all at the same time. They got levels on each different channel. You're talking about using an omnidirectional, which basically it's 6 feet in front of it for about 12 feet. That's how much it actually records to. Whereas, if you use a uni, like a good Shure mic, which I do, being a musician, I'm going to use what I know. It's about 20 feet and about 30 feet wide.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what I'm using right now. It's Shure mic. But anyways,
Yeah.
but you would actually get the expanse as you pyramid down or pyramid
Yeah.
wide by doing
Yeah.
what I was saying. And
And
no one
by
ever
running-
took me up on the offer to check it out to see if it would actually work.
Well, now they do. By running it through what you ran it through, you basically ran it through a gate system, which compresses it down.
Mhm.
And that's why you probably got really great, EVPs out of it, because the gate just said clamp. Here's a noise, clamp.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it did, and that's what a lot of the newer technology will do. That's why I said you get a Zoom P4, you get it for under $100. You can run microphones as long as you got 100 feet or however much cable you want. You can run it wherever you want.
Right. That's awesome. Wow, Keith, what are some things that are going to be going on for you in the near future? Because you're filming right now, right?
Yes, we are. We're finishing the last episode of Bourbon Spirits.
Yeah.
I've got 3 documentaries about local musicians going on right now, and then after that, it's the con season. So starting in April, I'll be at a
Oh, yes.
ton of different cons. One of my favorites that I love doing, I did their first one last year. It's called Deep South Paranama Comic Con. And me and a bunch of my buddies from horror movies, Jason Stokes, who played Jason from Friday the 13th, was there.
Yeah.
Tony who was the very first Michael Myers, he was there. Tony Moran. My buddy Ken Garrett was there. So, we had a lot of fun just doing it. And, so we'll be down, like I said, the Alabama, Florida line doing that.
Well, I'm in the Kick Chat. People are really interested in this, but also they wanted me to pass on to you, Deb, that you need to get
I
an
didn't know it was the
astrologist.
mayor's daughter. I didn't know it was the mayor's daughter.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mark?
I said people in the Kick Chat, all right, are
Okay.
really interested in this, but they also want you to get an astrologist in soon.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll
Well,
take your advice.
we've done that, and it's had some pretty fascinating experiences because they can say, okay, Mars is in retro, and this, that, the
Right.
other, and in this area of geology, it's going to be more hyped up for things to happening. And sure enough, if you want to call it coincidence or whatever, you can. But I think there is a big thing because if you go back hundreds of years, thousands of years, the
Uh-huh.
stars, that's how they
Uh-huh.
guided everything.
And the
That's how
moon,
they
yeah.
sailed the ocean.
Yeah.
When they say, well, there were spirits talking to us, who knows? But, don't just disqualify something out of hand because it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So when you get into astrology, when you're a paranormal researcher, you got to know a little bit about everything, no matter what it is, from carpentry to electrical, all
Yes.
the physical things to, photography, audio. You got to know a little bit about everything.
I agree with
And
that.
psychology, my God, everybody needs to have a degree in psychology.
Send a psychologist to a psychologist.
Yeah,
Just on that alone.
yeah.
Well,
So I agree with the people in the chat. If you have a real astrologer that you can count on,
sure.
and they can tell you, okay, here's what is lining up, here's what's happening, and this is what might be happening.
Right.
That and then you can kind of correlate the two together. That's awesome.
All right. So we got like 2 minutes left. Keith, where can everybody get in touch with you?
Hold on.
Easiest place to
One more?
Hold on, guys. Let's do
Okay.
this. We'll finish up this segment, and if Keith can stick around, let's keep going for another hour.
Another
well,
hour.
I can't
If he's
do a
open
whole-
to it.
I can't do a whole hour, but I give you about a half an hour.
Well, that's great.
Okay. I'll do a half an hour. All right. So, anyways, I think that I think the moon phases because last year seemed like there was way more energy going on. This year, even now, at the very beginning of this year, we're having a lot of strange moon cycles, and there's a lot higher energies happening, and not just that, but in this world, things are happening like a lot more earthquakes, a lot more landslides, a lot more sinkholes. You name it. There's a lot of oddities that, like volcanoes and Yellowstone, all these things happening now. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering how that has any connection with the spiritual energies going on and why things are amping up.
Well, I say we find a good shaman that can tell us what the spirit world is telling us.
Exactly. And you work with some really wonderful people in the industry. Who are some of the people that you look up to?
Oh, the first one that comes to my mind is who I talked to last night with John Zaffis. I love Zaffis to death. Brian Kano, love him to death. Ken Gerhard, Lyle Blackburn. There's a long list of people I highly respect. And, and there's a long list of people who, even though I say I'm not psychic, I'm not. I don't think I am. But when they tell me they feel something, I listen to them because they haven't lied to me in the past. I've known them for a long time.
Sure.
So I'm going to listen to them. And sure enough, usually we find something to what they're saying. God, like I said, a lot of the people I look up to, I've been friends with for a long time. Jason Hawes, Chris Fleming, good Lord. You know, a lot of people, you know, since people I've known since the 90s, you
Sure.
know, they're still into this whole thing.
Because their interest was from experience. And like some people have a personal reason, whether it's a loved one that passed and they're hoping to find, like whether or not they're around, you know, we want to believe that our loved ones pass on, but we also get to have them guiding us moving forward in our lives, you know.
Yeah.
I believe,
Okay,
that.
before you get further and we get cut off, all right, let's get this, let's transition over, okay, and get Keith's information now so that we can keep going on the next one, okay, for the next half hour, so we can do a nice after show, okay?
Okay.
Sorry,
If anybody
we're on a timer with Teams, all right?
No, that's okay. Anybody wants to get a hold of me, easiest way to do it is find me on Facebook. And you know, if you send me a message or you send me a friend request, send me a message first. Because right now I've got almost 10,000 people wanting to be friends with me.
You might have millions. But on that chance that you have a limited amount, people can also contact you. They can. I'll directly send you information of people if they need, and then you can decide to is whatever makes it more comfortable.
Yeah, just don't give them my phone number.
No, I won't do that. No, but you do have the Mark. What do you want to do now? Do you want to hang up?
Well, I'm going to end it here. Okay, and then for the recording part of the audio, all right? And then I'm going to end the room and bring us back in for an after show, which will only be on the video side, okay? So give me a sec.
I need to hang up?
Yep, we're all going to need to hang up, and then I'm going to bring you right back.
All right, I'll see you in a minute or two.
Yeah.
You're the best, Keith. I love you.
That's good. Here we go. All right. We'll be coming up with an after show here in just a minute, so stick around, folks. More to come with Keith Age and Debbie Perkins. It's been a really good night once we got going, that's for sure. Let me get them back up and running so we can do our after show. Keith and Debbie. Okay.
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Now we just need to wait for Keith to rejoin us.
Yeah. All right. He must know. Text him. Or you want me to text him?
I don't know if he sees the chat or not, but I got him going there. All right, and I got to fix this back up over on Teams so that they can see Keith.
Yeah. He's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
And so awesome to have people
at first, we were having some issues, but now we're good to go.
I love that. Thank God.
All right, yeah.
I like when things are meant to happen, they do happen, I believe.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
But it teaches us patience. It teaches us to be patient. I can't
get him back in, and I'm just waiting for him to. Maybe he had to get a drink or something. But
okay. But I also have done a lot of paranormal investigations. But I'm from the north. I'm from Maine. Yeah. So my paranormal experience has been all around the coast, down the coast. From Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, in the Berkshires, and in New York, and Staten Island, and with Brian Cano, who Keith mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
There was John Zaffis documentary that I got lucky to be a part of, and that was sorry, geez, McCall, my brain's not working. Rhode Island, and let me see, just keep going south. I've investigated in Pennsylvania, Maryland, DC. Oh my gosh. Then
Debbie,
of course
you've been
in
all
Florida.
over the place. Well,
I've been to Florida. I've been to
I'm-
South Carolina.
yeah.
I've been to Cape Canaveral, to an orange grove. There
Oh,
he
here
is.
we go. Here's
So-
Keith.
so
Welcome
yeah,
back, Keith.
and St. Augustine. So I've had some experiences.
Welcome back. Appreciate you
in a
coming
lot of
back
cool places.
for the extra time.
I was filling the void. I was telling people where I've investigated down the coast since, it's been my passion for so many years as well. And I believe like every place that I've ever been has always taught me something. No matter what it was, I've learned something walking away, from every single place, from the north to the south. But I do know that there's a big difference between some of the energy spirits up here in the north than down like in deep south. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like I said with South Florida, they don't really want to talk about it much. You get out west, and it's not as prevalent like it is in the mid-south or up north, or like New Orleans, that area on up, Alabama. But
I got a question. This is from me because I wonder about atmospheric energy, because I think like places that are wicked dry, like the desert dry, would have almost less energy or spiritual energy, where somewhere where it's more moist, more more able for the spirits, more able to use the elements.
Yeah, you need to go to the Pine Barrens.
Does that make sense? Where
you need to go to the
dry.
Pine. You need to go to the Pine Barrens.
Now, what's that?
You never heard about the Jersey Devil?
That's up by New Jersey. That's got everything from it goes almost as far south as down where the Mothman is, the Jersey Devil. There's Bigfoot, Dogman, all sorts of paranormal activity in that area, as well as UFOs. So you can't. I mean, our one good friend David Campione. Seen UFOs there, so, and even talked to a former president, Carter, when in that area, when he saw, a UFO.
Why do you think that's like a hot spot then? That's weird.
It's just like what you just said. It's dense forest.
Yeah.
And, I number one, yeah, fear, adrenaline, paranoia, that's going to affect you. But as Matt was saying, there's so many things that have been observed up there. The main thing is the Jersey Devil. That's what
what's
kind
the
of got it
Jersey
all.
Devil for those who are tuning in that have no clue what that is?
Basically, a woman in the early 1800s, late 1700s, she had 10 children. And on the 10th child, because the husband was a deadbeat type dad, she said, I hope this one's born a devil. Well, the baby was born normal. Within weeks, it started having wings and claws and hooves and kind of like the head of a horse. And it just all of a sudden flew out the window one day. And people have been seeing it for the last 200 years.
Now that right there is a movie in itself.
Someone has a question for you, Keith, in the chat. His name's Boxy, over in the Kick chat. What do you want to ask him, Boxy? Since the show portion really is kind of over, and this is kind of like our kickback after show type thing that's going on right now.
Let me see if I find the chat.
Well, hold on here. I will send you the link for that so that you can talk to him personally. All right, hold on here.
A lot
Is
of
it
people that have
people?
questions, and if anybody does have questions, I think this is a great opportunity to ask because, maybe Keith has an answer for you. I mean,
Kind of
you
doubt it,
never
but I'll
know.
try.
Yeah,
Here we go. Hold on here,
you
Keith.
never know.
Let me place that in the chat here. It may ask you to join or do something. I don't know. This was the first, so this is good. People were asking questions. Oh, what book inspired the Bible? He do you think is what he's asking?
Okay, here's my feelings on the Bible. The Bible is either A, the best book ever written, okay, or B, it is truly a documentation of the Lord and how things happen. And so, you've got in my mind, you've got one of two things. A lot of things that are recorded in the Bible have kind of been partially debunked, you know,
Yeah,
or it's just really the bestseller that was ever written. More Bibles have been sold than any other book in known history.
yeah,
And
I agree with that.
and when it comes to the paranormal, we are just basically in a faith-based hobby. That's all it is right now, a hobby. Nothing has been proven. And until something is proven and documented, then it goes out of the faith realm into the science realm.
What do you? This is coming from me. What do you think? With all the investigations and things that are going on out at Skinwalker Ranch, how close do you
That's a
think?
weird one,
How do
yeah.
you? How far do you think we've come with technology to bring this to light about everything in the paranormal that includes spirit, aliens, to cryptids,
Okay.
and all the other things that go along with the term paranormal.
Okay. Well, first of all, with about aliens, first of all, I'm not audacious enough to think we're the only intelligent life system in the solar system. All right. So, do I think there's probably something else out there? Yes. When it comes to Bigfoot, cryptids, you know, we are still discovering things that we didn't know existed, whether it's on land or in sea. All right. So,
Absolutely.
you know, I have had a few things, especially when we were filming Soul Catcher, where the Indians saying, that was a Bigfoot, things that we caught. Um, but again, what it's going to take for me is just like the ghost stuff. Bob the ghost walking up, going, "Hi, I'm Bob." That's what's going to take for me about a cryptid. And years ago, a certain group of Bigfoot enthusiasts had me on their show because uh, I was one of the very first people to have an actual thermal imager. All right. Well, they wanted me to go Bigfoot hunting with them, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm interested." And they start telling me about camps that are being destroyed, rocks, boulders being thrown at them, trees being ripped out of the ground, thrown at them, and they're going, "What else would you bring?" And I start saying, like definitely a flashlight, a lot of batteries, audio recorder, thermal imager, and a 30-06. And for those that don't know what a 30-06 is, it's a very
I
powerful
got the last
shotgun.
one too.
Yeah. And they're like going, "Well, what would you do with that?" And I was like, "Defend myself." I said, what better way can you think of proving there's a real Bigfoot or Bigfoot exists by blowing its head off and dragging its carcass out of the woods? They hung up on me. Uh, you know, the only way we're going to prove that it really does exist is if we capture it some way, shape, or form. And, they're like, you'd shoot one? I'm like, yeah. You're just telling me about how it's throwing rocks and boulders and trees, trying to kill
Exactly.
other people. So, yeah, darn right. If I got a good, clear shot, I'm taking it. But anyway, so I do believe there's other things out there. Ghosts, if I didn't believe it was really something happening, I wouldn't still be doing it. But, I've seen a lot of things to where I cannot explain it. I'm not a scientist, don't claim to be, but I use a lot of common sense. And I don't go tripping over everything going, oh, that's the ghost of XYZ. Well, who knows? We don't know what it is. We have yet to say, it's just like if you go watch Bride of Frankenstein, 1936, the scientists have little people in a jar that he's created. Well, the only way you believe it is seeing is believing. So there's way too many things. That's just like Loch Ness. I told you that's on my bucket list. I'd love to go. Will I see Nessie? Who knows? But who knows if it's going to happen or not? Hope I answered you. I know it took a long way around the barn.
I don't know. Scotland is just so full of awesome ancestry, and Scotland is just such a beautiful place. So even if you don't see Nessie, if you ever get to go there,
oh yeah,
it would be.
Yeah, we just couldn't make the logistics work. That's all. Plus, I was gonna, the castle that sits right on Loch Ness. It's been there for about 400 years.
That's not the William Wallace one, is it? No, there's one. Oh gosh, what am I thinking?
It starts with an E. Matt said the name of it earlier. I can't think of it right now. But, that was part of it. We were going to get to investigate that castle.
That would be so cool.
Mark.
We just couldn't make.
Mark.
I'm sorry. I said Matt.
It's
I'm
okay.
looking at a note here.
I know I know the print's a little hard to read when you're a little further away from the monitor, so it's okay.
No, I'm sitting here looking at a note from Matt from HBO who called earlier, and it just clicked. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Mark, I apologize.
That's all right. I'm just letting you know. It's like I'll have to get.
All right, that's it. Just shoot me while I'm down. That's fine.
No. Hey, while we're talking and that, I got to get you in Nancy's show too. You know Nancy Planetta?
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, we'll get you on the Vixen's Vault one of these days too.
She is amazing. She's so brilliant. She's one of the smartest women I've ever talked with on radio. I mean, I can honestly say that. And I've known Nancy forever.
She dabbles in all areas of the paranormal and the conspiracy side.
So, geez, now your documentary's coming out. You're going to be working on more stuff. What's some of the stuff that you can tell us, or is it based? It's going to be. Are you producing more stuff, or are you actually going to be starring in some stuff?
Well, the Bourbon Spirits, I'm at the beginning and at the end of every episode.
I love that. Always do a cameo.
Well, it just the whole scope of the show.
Yeah.
Young lady I've got here from Kentucky. Her name is Shannon Edens Humphrey, and she's the host of the show. Her and her team, OCPR, and I've known Shannon for quite a while. And, when you want to talk about Kentucky accent, she's got one of the best. And, it's fun working with her and producing the show. So, yeah, that's something I did learn from the Boot Brothers. I don't have to be the star of the show. I have done that whole thing of playing out to arenas with 20, 30,000 people. I don't have to be the star. I was always happy with just being the bass player and singing some backup, and it's the same way with, the paranormal. I do not have to be the star, period. You know, number one, I've gotten older. Yeah, this has gone white on me now. You know,
Also, you're a
so,
cancer survivor, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm
but
so grateful because I,
but
I,
you
wa-
know,
I watched when you went through your phase of cancer and going through all the, all your, whatever you had to do, and you're healthy and happy now, and I love that. I love seeing you. You
well,
just,
thank you. You and I
I'm
have
just
known each
so
other for a
grateful that
long time. We've known each
you've
other for a
helped
long
me.
time.
You helped
You know,
me. You helped me with my show, with my paranormal show, when I was transitioning from being with somebody to being alone, and you like held my hand for 2 shows, and then boom, you let me on my own. And when you let me on my own, I had to fly by myself, and I just kept remembering what you said. You could do this. You could do this. And you
yep.
instilled that. You instilled that in me, so that I would continue. And then I did continue, and then I started this show, the Hollywood Red Carpet, and so I transitioned. But I actually feel like I've come so far from way back when you
Oh,
helped me
oh yeah,
way back then.
oh yeah. I'm proud of you. You know,
I
I
love
told
it. I
you,
appreciate it.
I told you, it's time for me to go. And you said, but
You
can I
did,
do this? I said, it's either sink or swim. It's up to you.
and I did, and I'm still here. I'm still
There you
on
go.
radio. I'm still doing it. Huh, Mark? That was hard. It was
Oh
hard
yeah, but
transition,
you
but
know, you were only by yourself for a short period of time, and then you found
yeah,
me, and I've held your
yes,
hand quite a bit. But we're great.
yes,
You and
yes.
I have been such a good team together over the years, and I'm really happy to always have you.
Well, I appreciate
And
all of you guys, to be
I tell
honest.
you, you know, it's been off and on, but you know, you have been one of my most successful hosts.
Well, I
So
tell
yeah,
everybody that I do tell everybody about
yeah,
you, Mark, but I also tell everybody how Keith helped me.
yeah.
Keith, that is one of my favorite things I tell people about you helping me, because back then I went from being with another person, getting my bearings, to what I never thought of myself as being able to do that. So when I got my bearings, when you came on and helped me, you gave me the courage that put me where I am right now.
Well,
So I
thank
do
you.
tell people about that, and I
I
always
was
want you to know.
I was very happy to do it. Happy to help you.
You inspired me so much, and that's why I don't know. I think that's probably why a part of me keeps on going. I keep doing it. I keep doing it, and it means the world to me. You, Mark, mean the world to me too, because you gave me a chance to. But that's why we help people. I think that's we always help people, and it pays off.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you know,
maybe
like I said, there's not a lot we can do to help people other than reassure them that yes, they do have something happening, or hey, we did not find anything. That's the only way we can do stuff. And
I agree.
you know, but the big thing is a lot of people get into this because they've had some type of personal experience, or they've seen it on TV, or they do it with friends. And that's the whole thing. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Take it for what it is. And don't get up here and expect to see, Frankenstein's monster coming down the hallway. But
Or a million
anyway,
dollars. Her $1 million.
yeah, yeah.
Being a
But
super paranormalist.
I
I,
have to get going.
that's great. Thank you so much.
It's been great having you,
Mark,
Keith. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I loved
All
it. I
right.
loved every minute of it.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it right this
There
time.
you go.
All
You
right.
guys are
Don't try to do my
Thanks.
last name, but Mark is
Yeah.
easier. Mark's much easier. There you go.
I can't even see your last name,
That's
so I'm not
fine.
even gonna. I will say this: I got my wife got me a new computer for my birthday, and this is the very first show I've done on it.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so proud. I'm
So
so happy.
I, like I said, I will talk to Nancy about getting you in. We do shows Wednesday nights. Her show
okay,
goes from
yeah,
uh,
just
from 9 to 11 Eastern time on Wednesday. And
Okay, yeah, just get a hold of me,
Yep.
and if I'm free, I'll be happy to do it.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, all right.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
so
everything.
much. I love you. You have a
Let me
great
give
day.
shout
a
outs
great
to
evening.
everybody here.
And good luck with all the filming.
All right, Nance. God, I'm sitting here. I need to put these notes away. There's got other people. Yeah. Debbie, I love you,
Yes.
Deb. I have
Thank
for a long,
you.
long time. You're one of my favorite people. Thank you for having me on.
Appreciate it so much, and you're one of mine too.
All right. Y'all have a
All
great
right.
night.
You too. Take
Thank
care,
you, dear.
Keith. All right, Debbie.
Yes,
It's been a great
that was
night
wonderful.
once everything
Yeah.
got going.
I'm so glad.
I don't think there will be
I'm so
much
happy.
editing later, so I
Right.
should have this up and out. Look for
Yeah.
the the links once I post them. So
Okay.
I'm gonna host out on Kick to our friend Boxy, who actually asked questions tonight,
Thank you so
and
much.
we
everybody in the
really
chat.
appreciate you. Boxy has a good channel.
Yes, we do.
So, folks, go over and give him some love and attention over there as he did for us. And I will be back up and on the air
Sunday, right?
with music after I'm done editing. All right? So
Are you
let
doing
me
more music
let me
tonight?
put. You can hang up now, Deb. I'm going to take and put the
Alrighty.
closing banner up, and
All
we
right.
will catch you all in 2 weeks for this
Thank you,
one.
everybody.
But
I got Chris Magner coming on, so if anybody wants to hear more paranormal, join me. Thank
right.
you, guys.
yeah,
All
and
right,
don't
bye-bye,
forget Sunday, Censorship Sucks with Willie the Worm Farmer. Who could resist
I
that?
love Willie.
Yeah,
Willie Rock.
yeah.
All right. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Mark.
All right. Good night, Deb. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be back up with music, like I said, later on. Y'all take care, and we'll see you